This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
3 prominent local leaders are pitching a plan to consolidate the circuit attorney's offices in St. Louis City and County. This as the city's top prosecutor, Kim Gardner, is feeling the heat for alleged mismanagement in her office. Thanks for being here. I'm Kate Quinn.
And I'm Brent Solomon. Leaders in Franklin, Jefferson, and St. Charles County say their plan could be a solution to step up safety. 5 on your side's Justina Cornell is speaking with some of those leaders. Justina, what did they tell you today?
Yeah, Kay and Brent. So these leaders say while these problems are in the city of St. Louis, the issues still impact surrounding areas. That's why just 24 hours ago, county executives in St. Charles, Jefferson, and Franklin counties issued a letter to support a merger of St. Louis City and County's prosecuting attorney's office into a regional prosecutor's office. Now, the plan originally came from 4 mayors in Bridgeton, Wildwood, Manchester, and Brentwood. Now, I'm told these mayors have already been talking to legislators to put this idea on a bill as added provisions to change state statute. I spoke to the St. Charles County executive and Bridgeton mayor earlier today, who say they're ready for change.
Different people want to do different things, but I think, at least among the people that I talk to, there's a consensus that what we have now just is not working.
We just think that, hey, this is a way to address the problem of crime by coming in with another solution on the prosecutor's office.
Now, we're still waiting for a response from the city circuit attorney's office, but the county did share a statement in part saying, I don't think it's appropriate to comment on proposals. That said, we must evolve to address our regional issues with sustainable regional solutions.
All right, thank you, Justina. Kim Gardner's supporters continue to react to those ongoing hearings. Yesterday, many gathered downtown after a judge found Gardner in, quote, indirect criminal contempt of court. Tomorrow, Gardner will host another town forum to address her supporters. It happens at Central Baptist Church on Washington Avenue.
Well, there's some updates for you regarding the teen who lost both of her legs in a crash in downtown St. Louis. She just signed to a university to serve as a volleyball manager. Janae Edmondson signed on with Middle Tennessee State University. Before February's crash, the high school senior planned to attend that school on a scholarship. The school says it will honor the scholarship.
Right now, the search continues for the person who shot and killed Darius Mullins in downtown St. Louis. Police say it started as a verbal argument between Mullins and another man yesterday near Keener Plaza. Investigators say it was likely a targeted attack. They're now reviewing surveillance video from nearby businesses, hoping it will lead them to the shooter. 5 on Your Side's Holden Kerwicki will have more on the story tonight on 5 on Your Side at 5 and 6.
Developing now in the Metro East, a home went up in flames in O'Fallon, Illinois this afternoon. We want to show you the home on North Park Avenue Court, which has serious damage right now. A neighbor tells 5 on Your Side they heard an explosion, went to check to make sure everyone was okay, and then called 911. We're told one man was home and got out safely. No word on what caused that fire.
All right, let's take a live look over downtown St. Louis. Skies are clouding back over after we saw sun midday. Still cool, though, for the end of April. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell here with what to expect as we head into the weekend.
You know, we've made it back into the low 70s in a lot of spots this afternoon, kind of plateauing there right now as the clouds are starting to roll in across the area. But these are not rain-producing clouds this evening. So if the kids have ball games this evening, or maybe you're thinking, hey, it's warm enough where I can grill out this evening, or maybe do a little outdoor dining at your neighborhood spot, hey, go for it. Temperature's still 70 out in St. Charles. Right now we're looking at right around 70, give or take a degree across most of the metro area. Nice look at Forest Park. Softball fields will be active tonight as the softball season is underway, and we don't have any rain on our radar scope close to St. Louis. And what we see down into southwest Missouri is really kind of fizzling out. Now, there are some more substantial showers and perhaps even a couple of rumbles of thunder in northwest Missouri and especially west of Kansas City, but they're tending to fizzle, and they're not moving in any big hurry towards us and will fizzle out before they get here. But the clouds, they'll keep rolling in. Temperatures will be dropping through the 60s this evening. Winds aren't too gusty. Overall, it's a pretty good evening across the St. Louis area. We'll see you in a few minutes, tell you what we expect for the weekend and the changes that are coming, Brent.
All right, Scott, stay close. With the 2024 presidential race heating up, former President Trump takes on President Biden on the campaign trail in New Hampshire and weighs in on former Vice President Pence appearing before a federal grand jury. NBC's Alice Barr reports from Washington.
As the 2024 race for the White House ramps up, voters are overwhelmingly still exhausted from the last political marathon.
I feel like the 2020 election was yesterday.
I may turn off the computer, the television, my iPhone, and just wait until it's over.
Compounding the fatigue, 2020 twists and turns are still playing out. Former Vice President Mike Pence testifying for 7 hours yesterday before a grand jury investigating his old boss, Donald Trump's efforts to overturn his 2020 defeat. Mr. Pence, one of the few people with firsthand knowledge of the former president's actions leading up to and on January 6th. Former President Trump responding while on the road in New Hampshire.
Mr. President, what do you think of Mike Pence testifying today?
Oh, I don't know what he said, but I have a lot of confidence in him.
During a campaign stop, Mr. Trump embracing a January 6th defendant who served prison time for her actions during the Capitol attack and said members of Congress who voted to certify Biden's win should be executed.
What they've done to January 6th, so bad. Patriots.
In another echo of past campaigns, former President Trump repackaging a familiar attack on his top rival.
I will be retiring the name Crooked from Hillary Clinton so that we can use the name for Joe Biden, because he'll be known from now on as Crooked Joe Biden.
For his part, President Biden attempting to stay out of the fray, meeting today with members of the Air Force football team in his role as commander-in-chief, before shifting gears to candidate Biden at a DNC event tonight. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Yesterday, the Equal Rights Amendment failed to advance in the Senate. The amendment missed its ratification deadline of June 30th, 1982. A renewed effort to remove that deadline failed in the Senate Thursday, 51-47. Congresswoman Cori Bush was part of the ERA Congressional Caucus advocating for the ERA. This is what she had to say following the Senate vote.
Those in the Senate who voted against the ERA, they don't care about us. They don't care because for them, they often are the benefactors of inequality.
The ERA has been ratified by 38 states, seemingly meeting the required 3/4 needed to be approved. Some of those states adopted it after a congressionally mandated deadline had passed, raising questions about the validity of those actions.